wide receiver. It's just too easy. It's too easy. Needed a challenge. So I decided to be a safety and see how that would go. And like I said, more of a challenge, trying to cover people and break on the ball and come up and run support. So it's more of a challenge, more fun. So we're going to continue with this. So let's keep going.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Check, walk 54, walk 54. Let's go!
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg.
Oh, yeah, good coverage.
A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Check 55 for
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but...
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 120! 154! Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! We ain't giving them nothing today. Hey, check right.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt
Oh,
Breida.
man, that block came from.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Took just one play. 44 as they try again on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the end.
Here we go. 180! 55. Hey, eat. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
Goal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. 10 yards on the pickup there. Right. It'll be 2nd down.
Give him too much time to throw.
Slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's O'Connor. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, They're going to need some therapy after this.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And the Cowboys pressure gets there.
Coverage sack. Coverage sack.
DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is...
Here we go. Like 20. Exit. Tight right. We got 4.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. So we reach halftime. You want the 3rd quarter?
Here we go. Wait, 80. 55. Hey, come on,
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Jalen Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Here we go. 180! Check, 55.
On first down, Garoppolo. And his throw is going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo.
Man, where that block came from.
They'll wind up getting 10
Goddamn, George
backs.
Kittle.
That sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Nice play. Nice play.
Haul it in. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
180! 54! Here we go. Get hot!
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10, and it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside.
They're on you, bro. That play.
Nice
right there on you.
Here we go.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Garoppolo again.
Give it. Oh!
Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Bro, you knocked that down.
Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again.
Let's go. Here we go, here we go. 180! 3 bucks.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. On the delay, here's Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milk. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like Nicky know what I'm about.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Give everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hop with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart. I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God.
Man, Drew Brees is a New York Giant? Nah, I did not know that.
Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, another loss. GPS, another loss. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus, banging on they know they taking notice.
Can Zeke deke again? It's the coach. This is the 2020 season on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel.
play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Breeze gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
He can't, man. He's not going to get me.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He's got his man. This is Tate.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Breeze to throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So we have to remember this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a...
Ready? You ready? 55. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Breeze now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a first.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Shotgun now for Breeze. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Breeze. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 3rd down, Barkley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check, 55.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. To Barkley on the check down. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse.
Ready? 5-9. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow waiting. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
From the 31, Breeze. Open man is Kroom, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all...
Ready? You ready? Check 55, Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing now is Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red.
Yellow waiting. Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Breeze now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
I think I might do one more. Oh, man.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, for the I will not crash, they will not stop me, tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Jump in the stands, no man, man, oh, there with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on smash, foot in the gas.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Big game right here.
They can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash. Slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stand.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tighten up, tighten up.
On 2nd and 9, Murray looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was free.
Hey, Lobo. It's a party now.
Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Johnson. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
To throw, it's Murray. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Ready? 55, Mike, 55. How you give us a headache? How you give us a headache?
First down, Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Off the draw, here's Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Murray with a 3rd and long. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new... And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He's going to be dropped following a pick up a 7. Past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun now from Murray. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Paya on him. Boy, throwing his helmet. Nah, man, tripping, man. Why I'm listening on 2nd and 21?
That's what I do.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
That's it. That's it. Big hit. Set, ready. 18 Gator. Right, 54. Come on.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball...
Let's go, guys.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And our focus now moves to Randall Cobb. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Murray, throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Murray, over the middle, complete. It's Wells, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Murray now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. DK Metcalf, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head east all the way to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. James Washington, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were losing.
And okay, so much.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, tight.
Throwing on first down is Murray. It's complete to Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing is Murray on third down. He'll buy some time right. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Ready? 6 yard. Mike's by 4. What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Murray now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Damn.
This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll... Murray now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. On first down, Murray. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on second down. Murray, the pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Ready. 56 yards. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the pass.
Throwing on first down. Murray. And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides.
My partners don't want to play.
Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, after the Saints?
Start your week by installing your game plan.
I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. No Drew Brees, though.
Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama, and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in the mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it.
Dang, Zeke. Zeke on the MVP run here.
I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't.
Can Zeke deke again? It's a coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week.
That Taysom, that quarterback? Are you serious?
On first and 10, Brissett. And his first pass is incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. But it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That second down play nets a -4.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through,
oh, he should be. Oh, he should be.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a first down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This is taken at the 18. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give them even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Check 55, Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Brissett to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Kamara off the draw. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Trying to find somebody to block.
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. Play fake, Brissett. And Josh Hill has it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
Give me that.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It's harder than the safety or cornerback.
And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
I got you, son.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're able to get this one
right back to that same
35.
play, man.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On the ground, Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Nice job bringing that one back. 14.
Right there, 54 Mike. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well. Trying to make it 9.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Check, 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 check.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Being called in this game?
Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands first.
Set, cut, 10, touchdown, 54.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight in a way.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
Gotta lay him out.
The tight end Cook.
Kill shot.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the ground, this is Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Cook stripped. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game.
They're going to challenge that bit. Nope.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Huge.
Check, 55 to Mike. Let's go, defense.
Brissett on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Brissett. His throw incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that will be incomplete as well. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the pass.
First down, Brissett. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Brissett now. And incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win.
Into coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. It's out of the ending. 55, Mike. You.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now. Because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brissett again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Brissett. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd.
Break that up. Broke it up.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Broke that
Just
up.
nothing there again. He's been sacked.
Let that clock out, man.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Dallas, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
That's cold-blooded. None of my picks, other from returning on here. For a highlight, that's cold. There you go. All right. No replay. That's sad. Man, it's cold. It's cold, 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 cold. Alright, take me a break.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Yeah. Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad, big pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him high. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, when he stretch a disc, I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her lame, she can't count on him.
I didn't know.
She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board.
Alright, not sharing. Till next time.